Alright, I'm going to make a quick video, kind of a chaining guide. Definitely some things that I didn't know about until recently, and as a lot of content creators have shown, gone over the numbers and math, really literally the best AP use in the game is to chain barbs while in Lost Kingdom map. So let's go over that. First of all, to chain you need a healer and an AoE. Anyway, for chaining you just want one AoE dealer, preferably a circle AoE, and then one healer. So let's go over these marches one by one. That's the march I use for doing forts, high level forts. But we got QSH with Shajar. My Shajar is very low. I think I can't even really see that. It's so tiny. What is that? I think she's 513 or something. But you can actually use Shajar even at 1000. So there you go. So we got QSH Shajar, then we have Huo because he does a heal, and then Hera who does 5 target AoE, so that's a second march. Third march we have Zenobia because she does a heal, and then Zhu Leong is behind her. And then for a fourth march we've got Cao Cao. He does the heal, and then we've got Achilles behind with the circle AoE, and then last but not least we've got Richard he's literally 1111, and then YSG behind him, and we're throwing infantry gear, but we're doing a heal to help out that heal. So, and then again, the armor and armaments doesn't really matter. You're just looking for stats. Like this is actually, I put this on just for these little bit of archer stuff right here, and then we're throwing this on just for this stuff because obviously infantry doesn't work. But anyway, there you go. That's your basic setup. So the next thing we want to do is we want to spread these out. I actually find that if I'm running, I used to try to chain with 2 marches, and I just found it so time consuming. You know, you're going to the next barb area with this march and you got to wait for it, then he gets there and then you finally pull a chain. Anyway, I actually find it's easier to chain with 4 or 5 marches because I don't get bored. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these marches and we're going to spread them out. So I'll edit this once we get into place, but we're going to send one march way over here. We'll send the next march, I don't know, somewhere over here. We'll send this march maybe somewhere down in here. Send this march, maybe he goes north because he's got a lot of march speed. And then Huo, we're gonna send Huo. He's also got a lot of march speed, so we'll send him deep over here. Okay, so now once your marches are in position, what you're looking for is a cluster of 2 or possibly even 3 barbs that you can hit. So what I like to do is you just grab one and then you kind of just adjust it before it connects to the second march. Oh, we might miss that guy. And then once this AoE goes off, it'll grab all 3. And then bam, the AoE goes off, and now you're I only grabbed 2, so let's move that down just a hair. Gonna pick up this guy. Now you can't move your march too much once you have barbs on you, because then the barbs will just disengage. But now see, this guy's fighting, so this guy's blue, meaning he has stopped marching, so we're gonna go straight to him and try to do the same thing. And this is why I like chaining with multiple marches, because as one's getting into position, we can move on to the next one. See that we're gonna connect here. He's already connected with both. We're good. This guy's blue, so we're gonna move him. We're gonna look at where we can find a little cluster. Ooh, there's some good ones up here, so we're gonna move him there. And then we're on to the next march. See, this guy is gonna get in position there, and then see, we just cycle through and we just keep going through. Now she's still walking because that was a long march. He's got a little ways to go. Can we find any quicker? No. So they're still marching. But yeah, that's kind of what you do. your ultimate goal is to get at least 2 barbs for the use of 1 AP. If you can get 3, great. It's not that important. See, moving that march, and then we're just going straight to here. We're gonna hit this barb, and I'm just always looking to see who's blue, which means they've stopped marching, they're camping. The blue is like they're kind of just waiting queue. See, as soon as I hit that, it turned blue. The AoE is gonna grab this. Boom. Okay, we got a blue march here. QSH. So we're gonna hit that one, move it into position. Oop, we got a blue march. See, I just love when I've got multiples, because I'm just continually cycling through instead of waiting for the march to get there and letting us do a thing. Well, that's a long march for Huo. But anyway, I think you kind of get the idea. I think we'll be able to pick up maybe these two before we get over to that other cluster. And then yeah, I just keep cycling through. So as soon as one's blue, we're moving it to the next spot. That looks like we'll be able to pick up all 3. But yeah, that's the deal. There is literally no better use of AP than to take the time to farm chaining barbs while you're in Lost Kingdom map. The higher the barb, the better the resource and crystal, and they give mats, they give training speed ups. I don't know if we're going to be able to pick up that second barb there, but yeah, anyway, that's the lowdown. Just keep cycling through, and as soon as the march is blue, you just move to that march, and you either hit the barb or find another cluster to go to, and that's why I like doing it with multiple marches. Now, here's another thing, when they're that close, I can just go ahead and click attack. By the time I get there, it's going to hit. I know that the barb's not going to move that far away, but then you can micromanage it a little bit. Anyway, that's how you chain barbs 1-on-1. Thanks for watching.